we're gonna start the B.
Okay, B. We have a door. It's not broken, no cuts, no welds. Door opens easy and closes easy. Right here. The hinges are all in place and secure, and the weather stripping is all intact and it's not cracked or broken. As you can see, it closes easy. The window is not cracked or broken, it's clean and it moves up and down. The mirrors are clean right here. Mirrors are adjusted every time before I start driving. They're adjusted and clean, and they're secured with mounting bolts and brackets right here, and they're secured tightly. What is this?
Handle?
Yeah, my handle is properly secured, properly mounted. Helps me get inside of a truck. My steps are properly secured. They're not damaged. They're solid. Okay, my air tank. My air tank is right here, properly secured, properly attached, and every day I release the water to drain it every day. Okay, my catwalk. Catwalk is right here. It's clean, properly secured, properly attached, and it's not slippery. Coming to the back of the truck. The back of the truck, it's not broken, damaged, or illegal welds anywhere. The window is nice and clean, in place, with my dot stickers in place, and properly attached. And my light is working properly, attached, and my service lines also properly attached, not hanging on the thing, on the catwalk, with the right spacing. My truck frame is nice and straight. There's no illegal welds, drilling, or it's not bent. No welds to the frame flanges. Not drill welds frame flanges, so you know. Hey, drive shaft. Drive shaft is right here. Drive shaft is nice and straight. It's not damaged or bent. It's nice and greased up and ready to go. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, the other side, we have the gas tank. This is a fuel tank. It's properly secured with the straps. The straps are not broken or cracked anywhere. The gas tank doesn't have any illegal welds. There's no illegal welds or marks. All the hoses that are connected to the gas tank are proper. It's not leaking any gas. The gas cap is properly secured, and it has the gasket inside still, properly secured, and the gas tank never has more than 95% fuel. Right here we have the exhaust. This is the exhaust. Exhaust is properly secured.
That's the body plug?
Yes, properly secured with all the straps and bolts, and there's no gunk around the straps indicating that it's leaking. This is the battery box. Battery box holds the batteries. Holds all the batteries. The batteries are properly secured. They're greased up, and there's no battery acids that indicate that it's leaking. Battery leaking. Okay. Now we're gonna move to the tractor trailers. Okay. Mud flaps and splash guards are in place. Mud flap, splash guards are in place. They're proper clearance. They're not touching the tires.
Is this considered as a B, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're properly secured. Proper clearance off the ground, 8 inches off the ground. But it's important they're not touching the tires anywhere. And they're not ripped. There's no bruises, abrasions. Now the rear tires. The rear tires are only 2/32 of an inch. They have to be the same size, the same manufacturer preferably, and these can be recapped. They're 90 to 95 PSI, and we can check that with the air gauge for the air stem. The rear tire and the front tire, there's a space, a minimum 4-inch gap right here. There's no debris, no bottles or rocks in between. The tires are connected to the rims. The inside rim is not cracked like this. There's no cracks. It's properly secured. There's no illegal welds on there. The tire has a nice seal. The outside tire, 90-95 psi, properly sealed. And we can check the gauge with a pressure gauge on the air stem. Our axle seal. This is our axle seal. Tire rim, lug nuts are all in place. They're not loose, no cracks, and there's no rust indicating that it's loose. Axle seal. Axle seal is properly closed. It's not leaking. There's no grease or anything like that. Okay, rear brakes. Okay, rear brakes. Our brake chambers are right here and over there. They're properly secured. They have a clamp on them, clamped, and their air lines and air hose are going properly inside. They're not leaking anywhere. The brake drum on the inside is not leaking, it's not cracked, and the brake pads have no less than a 1/4 inch play on the brake pads. Now, our suspension, our rear suspension, there's no leaf spring. It's airbag suspension. It's a suspension connected to the control arm. The airbags have a mount and brackets on the top and bottom. They're properly connected, secured, and there's no abrasions, leaks, or any air leaking on the suspension. The lights. You have our 4-way flashers, turn signals, and the reverse lights are all attached.
It's called trailer light, right?
Yeah, they're all connected and all working. We're missing one of the reflectors right there. And now coupling.